Okay, so I just have a look roughly about your layout plan. So I have some comment. Okay, we'll start from the entrance. So you will see that right now you have entrance 1 and entrance 2. Normally people don't do the door too close to each other because they serve the same function. For example, like if you park the car here, the distance from here to go this and this is about the same. So that means you access to the door 2 is easier than door 1 because door 1 you need to go to the landscape, or even like when it's raining or sun or something, because this area it doesn't have roof covering, right? So that means they need to go out and go inside the door 1. That means like you will go access to the door 2 more often than the door 1. And then now you try to design the entrance look very nice with the big door, but you have to use door 2 because door 1 is not convenient, so I think it's not right. And then when you access to the door 2, so you have a toilet, like a welcome toilet for everyone. You have to go to the toilet first, so I think it's not the right position for the guest toilet too. And then when I see the pantry, right, if you see like this one, right, the pantry size is normally about like 60 centimeter. Right now that means if you say like the space here is 1.93, so that means you have the space in the middle only 70 centimeter. That is very narrow, because when you sit and then try to open the cabinet, you will hit the other side of the cabinet. So for me, right, the distance here it should at least about 1 meter. So that means it should be somewhere here. And then your cabinet should start from this one, go to this, go to this. So here it will be the new position for the wall. Okay, so that means you see here you move the wall just only about 20 centimeter, but you can have like a very convenient access in here. And only 20 centimeter that you move here, it doesn't affect here because this area is so big. Okay, then next, when I go to this one, when I see your wide cellar, right, in my opinion it's not the right position, because it's not very convenient to go and get it, because the walkway here is quite narrow, and rather than you have the view to this and this, you have Visela blocking. And then even you don't have the Visela there, so you see that you have a column here and here. So that means your column will also blocking the very nice view when you sit at the dining area. Why is not put the column here instead? I don't get, I don't know the reason. So in my opinion, right, the kitchen is the zone for the kitchen, and then you have a refrigerator here. Why don't you just put Visela here instead, right? And here will be the wall. And then now if we move the column to this position, now you can have a wide open door and window here and here, right? Okay, then next, okay, when you from your main entrance, you will see that when you open the door, right, you will see straight to the kitchen, Thai kitchen. That is not very good approaching. You should open the door and see something nice, not to see the Thai kitchen. Sometimes you have a dish or something on this one, it doesn't look nice. It look like you open from the back of the house. Entrance is look like the back of the house. And then about the zoning, right, because this stair is go up to the to the bedroom, that is mean privacy zone, right? But because it's too close to the door here, so that means when you leave the door open and then the owner is sitting here relaxing, right, look at watching the TV, so you will never see that somebody is sneaking go up and hide on the second floor, right? Because here is a public zone, right? But you put the stair that it should be for private zone in the public zone, and also in the hidden area too. Okay, next. So you see, like if you see the size of the door here, if it's 80 centimeter, right? So the circulation here, it should be about 30 cm. For me, I think it's very narrow. And then the toilet bowl is blocking this one too, the way to the shower area. And then the other thing, like normally we will try to have about 10 centimeter door, right? Offset from the wall here, 10 cm. Why? Because we can open the door 90 degree and still the doorknob is not hit the wall, and then you can install the door stopper here. But when you make the door too close to the wall like this, you can only open the door like this, because you need to have a door stopper here, so you will never be to open the door 90 degree. Okay, next, if I go to have a look at this one, it look like the walkway here is about 1.2, right? And then you have the pivot door here. That means you can open only about 60 centimeter or 70 cm only. So this door, it should be like a normal swing door to access to this one. And then I still don't understand why the column is here rather than inside the wall. So if we can move the column, so we should move, because I don't think it's affect to the floor above, right? Or if it's affect floor above, we should move this wall to be here. So that means like you not open the cabinet and see the column inside. And then like in term of structure, right, if you have a column, normally you will have a beam like this. And when you have this wall, right, only 20 centimeter distance, so that means you will have another beam like this next to each other with no, you don't have to pay for that, like it's no reason. So for me, right, I will move the wall to be here and remove this one, because I can see that your wardrobe scale is also wrong. You see here, this one is 60 cm, right? But your wardrobe scale is look like about 80 centimeter. That is not the common size. So that means your wardrobe would be about this, and this one should be about this only. So that means you still get the same distance inside. Okay, that is something around that. So you will see that you have the same problem here with the door that is too close to the wall. One there, and two here, and three here. Okay, very quickly we move to the second floor. So you will see that this stair, right, is look like a public stair to go to second floor, because it without the door here. So that means everyone can go up, right? And then when they go up, they go inside the bedroom. So that means look like this stair is belong to bedroom 4. So that means other people cannot use this stair, because you open into bedroom rather than open to outside here. So I don't know the reason also why the stair is just only to serve the bedroom number 4. Okay, then next, like normally, like if you have the door open to the outdoor, right, you need to open out, otherwise the water will flow inside. Just imagine like the cover this area floor level, it will be 10 centimeter lower than here, right? So that means the floor should be like this for the section, right? So that means the door, it should be here, right? That means they cannot open inside but have to open outside. But if you open outside, that means you install the door here. Now you can open inside, but when the water or something is go to the door here, right, they come down to this, and the wind is blow the water go inside the house, and also dust go inside, insect go inside, because you don't have overlapping layer between the door and the floor. Okay, so that means this one also need to go outside like this. What else? Okay, when I see this one, I see like you have a wet zone and then you have a dry zone in the middle of two wet zone, and then also the toilet bowl here is blocking the door. So that means when you open the door, right, you cannot use the full length of the door because of the toilet. Okay, so for me, right, we just make like the common layout like this. Here is a basin, so now you will see that you can go here wider and then go to the shower. This room also should be the same basin and the toilet bowl. Okay, then what else? Next, okay, this one also cannot access to the shower. They should make the door here because I can see that your cabinet line is only here. And then in practical, right, your walkway here is will not very nice for walking. Why? Because this one is the slab, right? Then in the future you will have dirt and everything on top of this, and this metal sheet also you will have dirt and dust and everything have the stain on this one. And then when we have to walk through this one, right, that means both sides is like look like a not very nice for looking. And then you also don't have the access to use the space of this one when you paid for the whole structure already, right, for the floor. You should use this one for the terrace or something, but look, it's very big here. So I'm not sure right now you have the terrace here already. For me, I think like the house can be compact and use the flat slab space for the second floor function. You will save the money if you design the layout. Now, if you can revise the layout. What else? I can see that you said like you want to have a high ceiling for the ground floor, right? Yes, but for me, my personally, the area that you want to have a high ceiling is only around this area, because it's maybe including this, because it's nice open space, right? Open plan. That means we should have a high ceiling. But something like this area you see here, why we need to have a high ceiling 4 meter? That means you have a high floor to floor is 4 meter something, over 4 meter. But you will, if you make the ceiling too high for the small space like this, it will make the space even feels like a squeezing, look more narrow and smaller than you lower the ceiling. So that means you don't have to have a floor or the whole floor same high ceiling. That means you don't have to make the whole floor for the second floor at the same height too. And then when I look at your second floor, it's actually this one is the slab area already, right? So that means you can just only raise this one for higher ceiling and just let like other area like lower, a little bit lower, because you see here toilet, master bedroom, 4 meter is so high. But anyway, I don't know, like not only too high, when you do the built-in furniture, right, when it's too high, that means you have to pay more for the built-in furniture. And then you also almost never use the cabinet or something that higher than 2.5. That means you pay but you never use it, and then it will make your sometime your function, your furniture built-in is look like a wrong proportion too. For example, like okay, if you have a kitchen, right, and here you have a kitchen top like this, here is the ceiling high, or like the TV cabinet or something. But when you make the ceiling go too high like this, you have the high cabinet look, higher, and then it's not the right proportion between here and here. The TV cabinet and everything is about the same like this. Okay, that's why sometimes we will lower the ceiling a little bit lower for the kitchen area and make like something like a hidden light or something for the step ceiling. Okay, and that is roughly for my opinion. And then here you see, like, for me, I think you should have the wall here to block between this room and this room. Otherwise people can walk from this room to see what happened in this. No privacy at all. Again, slab here. I don't know what the function of this slab. For the toilet. Okay, next one, right? Let me, when I come to your 3D, I have a look once already. So I feel like your 3D is not relevant. With the same angle, you have a different look. For example, like the one that I do, the cloud here. You see the look of the window. The look of the window here, totally different. Which one you want? You see here? This one, they have the step, look like they offset a little bit, right? You see here? But when you come to this one, it look like no step, everything flat. So which one they want? Because when I look at in the drawing, it's also no step here. So it's look confusing a lot when you see the 3D and then you like it, and then you think that it's going to be like that, but the construction drawing doesn't show that. And then if the builder, they build to follow this drawing, is something that like is not like what you think. You see here, this one is so weird. This window and this window is totally different. This one is look like they have a concrete here. This one no concrete. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? That mean like we have to follow the construction drawing. That is maybe not the thing you like, because maybe you like something like this already, but in construction drawing it's become something like this, or not the same like this also. And yeah, so you see here, when you see in the design here, it look like they cut the wall through like this, but in construction drawing they also don't do like that. You see here, the window like this, and then this one is just a normal beam. They're not cut through like what they show in the 3D. And then I think this drawing is, you don't have enough column in your layout plan also. You see here, and then after you put the column, and then it will affect a lot with your architectural and interior. So now, like, if we have to, what can I say, it still need to develop quite a lot. This one, you see, if I put the column here, next one is here, for example, and then you need another column here, right? Here, maybe. And what else? You need the column here, something like that. And then when you put like this, right, you will see that it's effect to the function on the ground floor. Now, I don't know why it's like this, because you see here, this one is showing the grid line, right? So that should have a column. So you have only one column here and the next column here. And look at the span. It's about 7 meter, 5.2.2. It's not economy, not the economy span. We normally do 7 meter just only for the car park or something that we don't want the column in the middle. But if they carefully place the column position, they can have a column inside like this to make the column span less than 5 meter without affect the function, and then you will save a lot of money for the reinforced steel, because it's when the span is go over 6 meter, right? The BRB reinforced steel is you need to change to the other side. That means you will have to pay it's very unnecessary to pay more. Okay, when I look at 3D, you see here they have this line. In the drawing also don't have. They have this one. In the drawing also don't have. And then what else? This one, I don't know. It look confusing, like if you look at the layout plan again on the second floor, right? You see here, they have a door here, right? That one is, let me check again. Okay, so you will see that here is a balcony, where you have a outdoor sitting. Then why the door is like this, and then the other one is a big one here? But when you look at your layout plan, you don't have any big one, right? You have the big one here, and then you have two small one here and here. And then also, like, you have the step of the wall like this, right? What is this here? Whole wall step, because this one is aligned. And then rather than 3, you have only 1 and 2. What can I say? It's still a lot of when I look at 3D, it's also the same. It doesn't look like what they show in layout is no relevance. You have landscape here, right? On the terrace, but you don't have it in the layout plan. You have this one, look like a counter, and the wall that is very thick. I mean, like the depth of the wall is quite a lot, about the same size with the counter. But you look at your layout plan, here is your wall, not like that. So only one side like that, the other side not like that. If you want to have the same with 3D, you lose the function here. And then you look at the grid line. When you have a grid line for the beam here, and then suddenly missing, and then they change the grid line to be here with no reason. So for me, what can I say? Okay, so that is my opinion on your layout plan. Roughly, if we still need to follow this one, This is the thing that you should concern and make them to revise